Hello and welcome to the Dungineers. I am the Dungeon Master.
I am Brofestus, a monk dwarf who has various cool sort of powers with my key, which is like a magical power thing.
My name's Cora. I'm a halfling paladin. I've got a sword, I've got a shield. I've devoted myself to the halfling deity Arborine. And I tackle people when they do reckless things.
Yeah, come at me.
I'm Gul'dan. My nickname is Steve. I'm a tiefling warlock, and I'm still trying to recover my memory, but I feel like it's getting there.
I'm Tibellus. I'm a half-elf life cleric, and well, I guess my deity is a deity that helps people when they're like in a near-death situation.
And I'm Zathrama. I don't like animals, and I like to shoot things.
Speaking of shooting things, so over the last 2 weeks, your party has been spending some time helping train some new guards in Toriel. After last week's fiasco with the mayor and no one being able to defend him, you thought it's probably a good idea to get a little bit more defense getting on in this town. I think Cora has been their longsword training instructor. It's quite a hilarious sight, as you might see. You know, a 3-foot-tall halfling teaching 6-foot-tall men how to use a longsword, which is much better than they are, and so the training is definitely coming in handy. And Cora and Tibellus are also teaching the guards about defense, teaching them in the use of heavy armor, you know, chainmail, plate armor, that kind of thing, how to have your armor protect you and not take all the damage when you get hit. Tibellus and Gul'dan have also been teaching some of the gifted guards about how to cast spells. Tibellus's guiding bolt has been frightening some of them, and necrotic damage, the inflict wounds, which rapidly ages people, has been only done on test dummies. But some of the guards are starting to get the hang of it. I think Brofestus has been assisting in some of the weapon and armor crafting, helping outfit the guards, as well as teaching them unarmed combat, how to punch your enemy to death when you run out of other weapons. I'll be honest, the punching is generally more effective than actual swords. And I think Zathrama has been teaching them about how to use a bow and arrow, as well as what to use a bow and arrow on, that being any animals that might want across your path. And it happens to be during one of Zathrama's training sessions that a bird comes and it starts flying towards Tibellus with a rolled up paper in its claws.
Okay, so I received this paper, and then I opened it. Wait, I'll call all the my gang first, gather up, please. I don't know.
Yep, fair enough. You get everyone together and pull out the paper. It's good that you acted so quickly. You think Zathrama might have used this as a training opportunity under other circumstances, but you were definitely the faster one. As you open it up, you start reading, and it says, "I've talked to the boss, and he seems confident that he doesn't need to confront you while his druid is still alive. If you take care of her, he won't have a choice but to meet you in person. She asked me to send her contract to the village Storthal. I've drawn a map for you on the back. Sincerely, Aramatha." And there's a little PS underneath. PS, she's on your trail, so you might want to be wary. And if you turn the note to the other side, you do indeed see a little map describing the location of this village that Aramatha was referencing. Zathrama, this village seems very familiar to you, almost as if it was one from your past, a lifetime before you were adventuring. But to the rest of you, it's just a village in the middle of a forest, one that you've not seen, but one that you're pretty confident you can get to if you just follow the roads.
It looks dangerous. I think we shouldn't go.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Let's go.
I'm just going to sit here for 2 hours.
So what do we have to do? Find a druid and then the boss will meet us?
Yeah, because the druid is the last person who's tracking us down to kind of get rid of the heroes, right? So offense is the best defense, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
That village sounds dangerous, though. I think I've come across it before.
You have. So what experience have you had at that village?
Oh, I've forgotten, but I feel like it's dangerous.
You've forgotten?
So
We need
traumatic,
evidence and facts here. What's the deal with the village, Zathrama?
I've forgotten.
I think you're like when the spies of Israel went into Canaan and said, "Oh no, they're scary. Let's not go in. Let's go."
But it's scary. Let's not go.
Can you check what you remember, if you remember anything?
No, I don't.
Is that
Okay.
right?
What if we
Mechanism
ask him
is-
questions, but like check if he's lying? So something like, were you
Wait.
born there?
Okay, let's just go then. No need to regret.
Okay, interesting behavior from Zathama. You do notice when you're looking at the map, while there are sort of roads leading to near the village seems to be surrounded by forest for the most part. So you have to traverse a little bit of forest at least to get to it.
Do you think it could be a trap? Anyone? Do you think the receptionist, is that what we're calling her, the receptionist? I can't remember if she had a name.
Aramatha?
Aramatha?
Aramatha.
Okay. Do you think she could have betrayed us and this could be a trap?
Possibly.
Oh well. Only one way to find out.
But if we come across any other Dragonborns, I think they always lie. They're not a trustworthy bunch. So let's go.
It's one of those like paradoxical statements coming from a dragonborn. Do they always lie? Do they not? If they do, then I'm lying. Alright, but you head towards the town on the map?
All right, we'll go.
Yeah, sure.
Against,
Cool.
Alright, so against Zathramel's wishes, you start to head towards the town. I think with Zathramel's experience of the swamps last week, you decide that it's best to stick to the road as much as possible, follow the path until you really need to go into the forest. It turns out to be a good decision as the road is relatively safe, no particular bandit attacks or anything from goblins on this path. But it gets to a point where you need to start making your way through the forest to get to the village. As you walk through the woods, it seems to be a normal woods for the most part, although something seems slightly off at times. So I want everyone to roll me a perception check, see if you notice anything.
4.
16.
18.
9.
5.
Okay, 4, 5, 9, 16, 18. So yeah, Zathamakor and Gul'dan, as they walk through the forest, they have a little bit of a feeling of something strange, but mostly they're looking forward to seeing what they'll find at this new village. Profestus and Civilis, as you sort of walk around and you look, you turn and you think, did that tree move? Or was it the wind? And you're certain that a tree branch is in a slightly different position to what it was a second ago when you had looked away. There's one of the trees ahead of you.
Right. Yeah, I investigate by climbing the tree to the branch which moved.
Okay, fine. That's a good idea. Give me a strength athletics check. You're climbing the tree.
5.
All right. You go to sort of climb the tree, think, I swear I saw something here. And as you go to grab onto a branch, you think maybe the branch moved away from you, maybe you slipped. It's kind of hard to tell. But you'd already assumed that it would be there. And as you go to grab, you miss and fall backwards, land on your back.
Can I try again and roll again? Or does it not work like that?
You can try again. Everybody else, you did just see Profestus try to climb a tree and fail miserably and fall backwards. And then
I shoot an arrow at the tree.
No!
No!
Let's do it.
Why?
I know we're gonna die.
fine.
I run behind everyone else away from the tree.
Someone tackle him.
All right. Okay. So Zathna is shooting an arrow at Profestus is running away. Roll me an attack.
I ran away as well. Oh no.
I got an 11, but it's not moving.
Yes, it's lucky for you. It's not moving, and indeed, an arrow does get lodged inside the tree. And when the arrow gets lodged inside the tree, you do see the branches move a little, almost as if you hit a person and they recoil from an attack.
All right, what should we do now? We clearly saw that it recoiled.
Does anyone have the ability to speak, other species' languages or anything with any of your magical abilities?
I can comprehend languages.
I can speak the common tongue, which is
Wow.
I can also speak Draconic and Vidalcan, but I don't think that'll help here.
Yeah.
I can understand like any language, but I don't know if I can speak to them.
I was just going to mention that there is actually a spell called Speak with Plants. I don't know if anyone has it, but it does exist.
That would be a very weird experience.
Should we just herd it until it talks?
No?
Uh,
Why would we do that?
wait,
Threatening.
when
Wait,
Saturma
I think I
attacked, did the other tree respond? Or were they just still?
The trees around it seem to be still. They don't seem to have moved. But the tree that got hit did seem to react to an arrow in it. At this point, by the way, you have moved far enough into the forest that you can sort of see what could be the town, like ahead of you. But yeah, the trees are between you and the town.
Okay. I'm going to try something which may be stupid, but I walk up to the tree and say hello
Fine. Yeah. Okay.
Does it?
You don't hear a response. I guess it doesn't really surprise you, but maybe it does slightly disappoint you. You had some expectations that maybe this was the one tree you'd find that did indeed talk.
I run up to it and punch it and say, "Talk to me, you stupid tree."
I like this.
Alright, roll me an attack.
Can I support him by punching it as well?
Sure, yeah, fine.
I got a 14.
You also roll an attack. Yeah, you managed to land a solid hit on the tree. Do you want to punch it again with your
It'd be
multiple
pretty
blows, or-
sad if you couldn't hit the tree.
Got a 13.
No, I'll just do it once.
Okay, yeah, you both managed to land a punch on the tree. And how does the tree react?
Got a 2 for the punch.
You're doing damage on the tree, yeah. Alright, the tree sort of lashes out then with one branch on either side to try and get both of you. So yeah, being a tree, its movements are quite slow. While it tries to lash out, you both see it coming at you and manage to take a step backwards, get out of the tree's striking range.
If I was going to use my dodge action, I would have had to have done that right after I struck the tree, right?
Yeah, so that's a bonus action that you do that on your turn. We're not really in turns because we're not really in combat right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when you would do that.
Wait, why are we checking the tree again?
Suspicious.
I feel like I
don't
came
think
back
that's
and then
it.
Professor was climbing a tree.
I was
We just saw it
wary.
move and we want it to.
Destroy it.
I was just wary because Zathramar has this bad feeling about the place. And then we see a tree move. It's like, are we going to go into the town and get attacked by an army of ants?
Mm.
No, what did that letter say? Didn't it say something
It
about like
seems
a
like
druid
the-
or something?
Oh.
Yay!
And then
Could be
don't
the
druids
druid.
have
Do
like
druids do?
they use like trees and stuff as like their minions?
Tree minions.
Yeah.
Gul'dan knows druids. Being a warlock, he knows spells, he knows magic, and he knows that a druid tends to have magic that's formed from the earth, the ground, nature, like that kind of thing, and its magic tends to relate to that.
Yeah, so with that in mind, I feel like it's probably something to do with the druid. So we probably shouldn't harm the tree that badly, right?
I reckon that sounds wise.
Instead, we should try to communicate with it or bring it back to the town with us. I don't know.
Bring the tree.
Bring the tree to the town with us.
So does
Just
that mean we're
befriend everyone.
I can
Fine.
Sorry.
I can turn into a tree and I can disguise myself as a tree and pretend to be friends with it.
All right, sure, you can do that.
And you?
I can. I'm gonna use
Ooh.
disguise self and become the same tree.
Fine. Yep. Okay. No questions about how you're moving around, but I'm just gonna. You have like roots that, like sort of spider legs, look like they're what's moving you around.
Yeah.
You now look exactly like a tree. I'm not entirely sure what you're attempting, but as you get closer to the tree, you notice that the tree doesn't really react to your presence as you move around.
Okay.
Unlike
So-
the adventurers, which it maybe did try to strike.
So I'm gonna put my arm around the tree and be like, "Hey, brother, what's going on?"
Yeah, again, similar to Professor's, you see that it doesn't respond to, words, for one, but also the common tongue. But if anything, you do feel like the tree relaxing a little bit. Any sort of the branches that may have been wound up or tightened or literal knots in a tree seem to be relaxed.
I mockingly run behind another tree and grab its branches from behind and say from behind the tree, "Hi, I'm another magical tree," and wave the branches.
Okay. Yeah, so that other tree actually does also react to your movement. It tries to sort of wriggle free with its branches. I don't think it succeeds. Roll me a strength check and we'll see.
I was assuming that was a completely ordinary tree.
I understand.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, no, it's got no chance. You've got its arms quite tightly gripped someone mocking it.
Well, I feel like it's like a defense mechanism for the town or something because we can see the town nearby, right? So we should probably just I don't know, ignore it and just go through to the town.
Cool beans.
Then the whole adventure looking at trees.
Okay, and I think it's fair to assume then that Gul'dan, you going first, instigating this. Just let's ignore the tree thing.
Because like when I walked up to it as a tree, the tree didn't care, right? Whereas when like humans or like whatever walked up to the tree, it, like started moving and stuff. That's why I think it's like a defense thing.
Mm-hmm.
So should we go to the town?
Cool.
All right, let's go.
Let's try.
Okay, so you try to make your way past the trees. Gul'dan sort of just still as a tree, just moves past, lets go of his tree branch that was around the tree's other trunk, and starts to walk towards town. Professus, being the other one sort of closest, who's like behind the tree anyway, follows. But as the rest of you go to cross this sort of point where some of the living trees appear to be, you see the branches of the trees across, one tree either side, putting their branches together, trying to sort of block your path.
Gul'dan and I already passed.
Yeah, Gul'dan, Professors, you managed to make your way past. Cora to the left, you've got trees with branches crossed, trying to stop you from moving.
Can I just slash the branches with my 2 short swords?
Goodness.
Can you not do that, please?
Well,
I'll
okay.
do it anyway.
That's just annoying. Can I
Yeah.
tackle him again? I don't
Yeah. You have to start every adventure with Cora tackling Zathura.
I got a 22
On what?
on one of my short swords, and I got a 20.
Oh, are you going for that?
So if you're going to get tackled, roll me a Dex acrobatics check first. And Cora, you know what to roll. Strength athletics.
Oh, I see.
23.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. So Zathura goes to slice at the tree this time, and Cora goes and like grabs his arms and like pin them to his side, presumably, and tackles him to the ground, as per usual.
And then I just say, why'd you do that? We need to get past.
It's gonna just attack you if you attack it, probably, and we are kind of outnumbered by trees.
That's if they're all alive. I've only seen 2 trees move right now.
Just try and
There's
walk
a tree
around
back
them.
there and there's-
Mm.
Oh,
Is
that's
there
fine.
any way to get around them?
Well, they're
That's like
trees. Like,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah, it's a forest. So you want to try walking around the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Let's just call it that.
oh my goodness.
I got anyone trying to get around, which I
I
think
got
right
a
now is-
23.
4.
4. Oh,
Let me splash that tree.
All right, so as you try to go around these 2 trees instead, you think, oh, fair enough, they are trees. You sort of make your way to the other side, and you see a tree branch sort of swinging, from initially behind the tree to try and stop your path, but like now moving towards you because of the speed you're going at. Zathura manages to dodge sort of out of the way. Cora into the less successful, and take 3 damage each, and are knocked prone, like onto the floor by the tree.
I walk forward and say to the trees, stop. These are my friends. They're with us. We mean you no harm. Please let us through.
Well, once again, you don't see much of a response.
Oh my goodness.
okay. Can I cast calm emotions on them?
Hmm.
Oh no, never mind. This is humanity people only. Never mind.
Do you want to do the one when you blow them up with a spell?
Ha 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 ha.
Can we just cut the trees down? Then
You can do whatever. So right now, 3 of you are beyond the trees. So Professor Gul'dan and Zathura managed to get to the other side. Cora and Tavos are still on.
I screamed from the other side, do you want me to cut the trees down now?
Cora's face.
Cora, what do you think?
I don't know, I don't like cutting down trees.
Oh.
But then it's
Fine, I'll just
possible
throw
they're
it
not
They just hit you.
actually...
Hit
Yeah, I
you.
know.
Hang on. So they put 2 branches in your way like that. Can you just like climb over them?
Oh yeah.
Probably just
Can we
move,
attempt?
wouldn't they? And then like
Oh,
attack
Maybe,
us
yeah.
again.
okay,
You could-
right.
You could try and sneak past, like run away, wait 10 minutes or something, then try and sneak through.
Is it like stealth? Not very stealthy.
Hmm.
2 people in full chainmail trying to stealth past trees.
Hmm.
Or you could just try and do what Zathramar did, and if you fail, we could give you a rousing speech, and you can try it again.
Oh, wait, is it only 2 trees?
You're in a forest, right? So there's a lot of trees. You've
Okay.
tried to get past, I guess, 2 sides of one tree, and branches have sort of tried to block your path. But
We just keep trying it until you make it, and then we can just heal you after.
Okay, if I stop 2 trees, that would be enough for us to like escape that place, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
the
yeah.
road.
yeah, you could
Okay.
make your way between 2 trees if they weren't moving, just like normal trees.
And I'm
Okay,
just
can I
thinking-
cast second level spell of command, so I can target 2 creatures now.
Yep.
Oh no! What if they don't understand?
I think in the spell it says if it doesn't understand your language, then they can't. The spell will have no effect.
Oh, true. If it doesn't understand. Oh, never mind.
Can you use hand signals instead of words?
I don't know if they understand.
I think the trees know sign language.
Like, can you just be like, spread your arms, like, move? Like, probably not. They don't have eyes, do they? They're trees.
Body language.
They don't have ears either. How is this working?
Shall
Yeah,
we
why do you keep talking to them?
Well, you tried to hug them. It's not like they have nerves.
I suggest again, shall we beat them to death?
Shall we blow them up?
Yes.
I can burn them. Do you guys want me to burn them?
And I can
Oh,
tell them-
bonfire,
yes.
yeah.
Oh wait, don't start a forest fire though. Like, be careful
All right,
with
can
that.
I just try and cut them again?
Sure. Yeah.
How thick are the trunks?
It's regular tree, I guess.
Oh,
Rage.
goodness.
Not-
You'll need like an axe and a fair bit at a time.
What if we all work together?
You can give it a go. I'll put it on. That's my job, to let you have a go.
But with my butterfly sword cutting down a tree, no thanks.
I got a 13.
Yeah, okay. You make a good chunk of damage into the tree. Meanwhile, the tree tries to swing back. Also got a 13. What's your armor class?
13.
Yeah. Hits you on its backswing. And you take 3 damage as well.
Man, these trees.
Only 3, that's pretty alright.
Yeah, we can just keep hitting them.
Just keep trying
It's
to
moving
get
very
through it.
slowly, and it forces mass times acceleration, so it's heavy. But you just want to keep dropping down the tree.
Yeah.
Until it closes down. Go for it. Give me a roll. Let's see how quickly you manage to chop down the tree.
14.
Okay, that's fine. I think in that time there's only like 1 attempt at retaliation, but this time you're ready for it, and you manage to sort of jump backwards out of the way as it swings its branches towards you. And yeah, after some time, you manage to successfully cut down a tree with your 2 short swords, I assume, is what you've been using. And yeah, the tree sort of falls down to the ground, lifeless, as trees kind of should be, not moving or anything anymore.
This is
Run.
Alright, come across now.
Okay,
Don't
sorry,
run
let's
the
go, let's go,
trees.
let's go.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you successfully make your way past this now cut down tree and its neighbors that may have attempted to stop you. As you get closer, you begin to see a bit more of the village. You see people sort of moving around. It's people, some like normal humans, some elves, some even dragonborns. You've not seen one of those in, well, apart from Zathram, in quite a while. And they don't seem to notice you, even when you're about sort of 40 feet away from them, but still in the forest.
Well, I don't know, are they hostile? Maybe we should send Zathramar in. He's a dragonborn.
What? I don't want to go in.
We've got an elf as well, right?
I think we should send the not dragonborn in, and I'll watch from the forest.
Well, I am quite fast and small. I could try and, sneak it, or at least run away if I need to. I've got that as one of my actions. I can
Run away.
step of the wind, disengage and dash.
That's so cool.
All right,
Okay.
so Professor, you want to try and make your way into the village while everyone else stays in the forest?
Sure. I walk up to the main street, and who do I see on it?
Yeah, you see sort of variety of people sort of moving around, some sort of carrying logs and others with bows on their backs. Like before, mixture of races, elves, humans. You don't see many dwarves, but you do see one sort of in the distance.
I look for someone who looks kind of wealthy or knows what they're doing, and I go up to them and ask them, "Hang on, we don't know anything more than he's a druid, do we?"
She is a druid.
She.
We don't know her race, do we?
I mean, we got the contract, didn't we? Like the information and everything.
I'll say that you do remember as well, looking at the images that you saw of each of the sort of recruits from before. She did look human.
Okay. I walk up to someone and ask them, "Hi, do you know a human female druid?"
Okay, they turn to you. They've one of the people with a bow on their back, and they seem to be carrying themselves quite well. They turn to you and they say, "Oh, druids. No, we don't really like druids around here. We're simple folk. We do a lot of hunting. We do a lot of animal killing, to be honest. I think the druids are on the other side of that. So, I have not seen a druid around here lately.
And I asked them, did you also notice that you got some kind of hostile trees around your village? What's up with that?
He looks at you a little confused, hostile trees. You've been talking to one of the druids again. We don't like druids. I've not seen a tree move as trees shouldn't move. I've not seen any of those happen ever.
I asked him how he comes into the town. Is there a road or something that doesn't go through the forest?
No, we come through the forest, especially when we go hunting. We go that way and we come back. We've never had a problem with the trees. Never really expected to have a problem with the trees, to be honest.
Okay, I say thanks and head back to the others and tell them doesn't look like there are any druids here. At least one of the villagers said that they don't like them. And they seem to be ambivalent of this tree problem.
Should we all head into the town to investigate?
What, like search house to house, just break in and look for druids?
Yeah.
I'm the druid inspector. I'm here to check your druids are in order.
Fake a search warrant.
Or we could just ask different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we investigate some more then?
All right, so you all want to go into town and ask around about this druid?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go into town, and for the most part, people notice you as a group, and they look and they start moving further away from you. And then suddenly, the man Professor was talking to earlier pulls out a bow and takes a shot. It looks like at Zathrama rather than anyone else in the party. How does that go? Oh, lucky for you, it's a terrible shot. So he shoots, and the arrow goes straight past you, lands in the tree nearby, and you look at him, and he says to you, "That was a warning shot.
Why?
Don't take one step closer." You know why. You know what you did. You're not welcome here.
Okay. What did he do?
Zathara, why do these people hate you?
It's because he cut down the tree.
No, I yell out to the guy. He's got amnesia. He doesn't know what happened. Can you explain to us?
I think he'd want you to hear it from himself. But if it is not told you, then I guess it shall fall onto me. He got the village elder's daughter killed, and he's not welcome back because of it.
Okay.
He starts to
Zathmar, can you leave? Can you go back into the
Yeah.
forest? And
and bows and arrows.
I walk away, but not towards the forest. I'm just going to walk around the town,
What?
out of
What?
sight.
Out
Like-
of sight.
Like on the outskirts of town, or like in the forest on the edges, or like
I
on the
kind
street.
of in the town, but like skulking around so nobody can see.
All right, fine. Roll me a stealth check.
I hope I'm stealthy. 24.
All right, yeah, you've definitely managed to skulk around town. You can basically go wherever you want with this stealthy attempt. Don't think anyone will have much of a chance of seeing you.
And I'll just say I'm looking for the druid.
Well, you're still talking to people.
Well, kind of not really talking, but like stalking.
Who are you telling you're looking for a druid?
I'm just looking for like,
Oh, sorry, you're looking for the druid.
yeah. Like
Okay, cool, fine. Yeah, roll me a perception check. Meanwhile, the rest of you, what are you doing?
maybe we should ask the inn. I guess if a druid's stopping by, then they go to the inn. I walk up to a guy and say, "Hey, where's the tavern/inn?"
Right, the man sort of points you to like an outdoorsy sort of area with like round tables and sort of chairs around it, and says, "We tend to do our drinking over there. You can go chat to the innkeeper if you like."
I got 21.
So as you're looking around Zathrama for the druid, you don't notice any druids in town. In fact, you do just notice a lot of people, a lot of rangers, a lot of people that you grew up with, and some new faces that you don't recognize. But you do also notice that there's some tracks near the blacksmiths, which is sort of on the edge of town, and you can see a little like trail going to the forest and then back to the blacksmiths there. The rest of you make your way towards the inn, and there is someone there sort of cleaning glass jars and restocking supplies and things. Doesn't really notice you as you approach.
Does Zathmar think that trail is where the druid's like doing her stuff?
I mean, that's up to Zathrama, and I don't think you know what Zathrama's seen, so...
No, that's a good point. Sorry about that.
I'm just going to go over to my old house, because I used to live here, and just look at it.
Fine, yep. Okay, we'll come back to that. So yeah, you managed to make your way to the inn, and innkeeper hasn't noticed you.
Yeah, I walk up to him and say, "Hey, do you know any female human druids that have been staying here?"
He turns around and looks down and sees you, being sort of a dwarf, and says, "Oh, hello there. Female human, there's some of those. Druids, I mean, this town doesn't like druids. But I guess someone could hide the fact that they were a druid if they came to town. We're not the biggest fans of them, so that's a possibility. And he starts thinking. He says, "Oh, there have been some female humans that have been at this tavern recently. Mostly just travelers that come and stop by on the way to town. I think I heard one talking to the blacksmith the other day. So maybe you want to talk to him."
Yeah, okay. Head to the blacksmith's place. Is he in?
He is. And speaking of in, Zathra goes back to his old house and notices it occupied with a bunch of people he's never seen before. Not even old villagers that he was friends with. It's just like a elf family like now living in this house. It's funny because a lot of things are built for a 6-foot-tall dragonborn, so the beds look a little too big, and so do some other things. But yeah, they seem to be enjoying the place. In the meantime, you make your way to the blacksmith, and he is sort of working on what you think is a sword. I mean, you've been a blacksmith yourself, and you're pretty confident that's what he's doing. And he sees you as he's approaching and stops his hammering and says, "You look like adventurers. How can I help you?"
Hi, we're looking for a druid friend of ours. She's a human and told you might know where she is.
Well, I mean, we don't like druids here, but I have been talking to a human recently, one that's been coming from the forest. I don't know much about her, but she generally comes from like this direction, and she comes and visits the blacksmith. And he points towards the forest behind him, and sure enough, as you look that way, you can see some sort of tracks, some footsteps going to and from the blacksmith.
I decide to head over to the blacksmith as well after looking at my house for a long time.
Yes, fair enough. After longingly looking at your house, you go back to the blacksmith's.
And before he gets there,
Yeah.
I ask the blacksmith, "Hey, can you spill the goss on what Zathramar did to, who was it?"
The village
The
daughter,
village
village elder's daughter.
elder, whatever.
That's a story from before my time, but yeah, even I know that they ran away one day, and well, she never came back. He did though. Not been welcome for it. But anyway, I hope that's all I can do for you. And presumably, Zathramar, you're still hidden. Yeah, you're still hidden as you come back to the blacksmith. So I don't know if the rest of you even saw Zathramar. So you can roll me perception checks to see if you saw it, or if it's so stealthy that he's managed to get out of your view.
Got a 19.
17.
Do they
Got
have
a
to beat
7?
my
Well,
stealth?
Yeah, I don't think any of you managed to see him unless Zathramar you want to be seen. I think that's how it works. So
I'll just tail them for a bit.
okay, so you've still not managed to see Zathramar, and he doesn't seem to be showing himself to you.
How about we head off and follow the tracks?
yeah. Let's go then.
Follow
Alright.
them.
Okay, fine. Who is up front? What is your order? So presumably Zatharmar's at the back, tailing everyone quietly.
Sure, I'll go first.
Yeah, Professor's up first.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Cora should go behind.
Okay, so order walking into the forest. Me, then Cora, then who?
Cabell.
Tabelis,
Yeah, sure.
then Gul'dan, then Zathramar.
Alright, and fortuitously with this order, as you keep sort of walking ahead in this forest, you're following these footstep trail. Professors, do you notice that there is like what you think, like you notice that the road ahead of you is a little strange at this point as you sort of follow it to point. You look down and something looks off about the floor.
I pick up a rock and throw it at the weird looking bit of floor.
Fair enough. As you do that, you see like a net sort of come out of the ground. It was like previously covered by things and surround the rock and then like go up into the trees, looking like it just sort of would have captured something or captured some form of prey.
Okay, well, I keep walking.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so you sort of follow the trail and the footsteps are surprisingly clear, like relatively easy to follow sort of regardless of your background. But yeah, as you're walking,
Can I check just for traps? Like,
you can check the traps. So as you're looking around, right now in front of you, you don't seem to see anything.
okay. Well, I might keep walking, but not walk directly on the track which the footsteps are taking. Like, keep them in view, just walk a little off to the side. Keep going.
Fair enough. Good idea. Roll me a Dex saving throw. I just want to see how something goes.
I love getting told to write to
A saving throw?
roll a saving throw.
Yeah. It's
Why
Uh,
do you say if you want to do that? That's good, but you just have to,
that's
save
just
yourself.
that's just me going through, thinking out loud. Not in a
I got a 9.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you see the trail, and you're starting to get suspicious of how clear like it is, right? And generally, people who have trails, especially people hiding, it's not that clear. So you start to go around. Unfortunately, as you go around, you do step on something. You step on what appears to have been like, it's almost as if it appeared out of thin air. Like you swear you looked and there was nothing there. But as you take a step, a bear trap sort of closes its way around your leg. And you
Can I give my inspiration to him?
To do what?
Two things. One, he has inspiration, but two, you have to use it before consequences happen. So
okay.
like he rolled the 9, you could re-roll if you wanted to before I say something, or you could give it to someone before we say something.
Okay.
But not sort of afterwards. You take 5 damage from the bear trap, and your leg is stuck in it right now. The pain is obviously a problem, but the fact that you stepped in it at all is confusing you. Like you swear there was nothing there.
Can I like reach in and disable the spring mechanism or something like a hunter would do, since I have hands and I'm not a bear?
Yeah, okay. You want to sort of just dismantle it? That's fine. Give me a Dex sleight of hand check.
10.
Yeah, you try to sort of find the mechanism, but for some reason you're sort of struggling. The good news is in not forcing it open, you've not like done any damage to yourself, but the bad news is you're still sort of trapped.
I ask, can someone else get this off me?
Yeah, the rest of you.
I think I'm right behind.
Yeah, you're behind him, and you've all seen him sort of step in this trap, including Zatharma, but whether he's spoken up or not, I don't know. You want to try and get it open? Or?
Oh, yeah.
All right, roll me a strength.
Oh, not the same thing?
Okay, this depends on what are you trying to do. So you tried to like literally...
I also don't want to hurt him.
Okay, all right, fine. Roll me a
I
Dex.
also don't think it matters because I rolled a natural 20, but...
Fair enough. Yeah, so Cora sort of tries her hand at this trap, and just tinker with it. I was going to say it's much easier at her level, but then Professor's only 1 foot taller. It's much easier when your leg isn't in the trap to calmly take a look at it and look at the springs and disable it. And yeah, she manages to undo all that. And yeah, Professor, you're now free.
Cool. I take the bear trap with me for future use.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I mentioned to the others, hey, isn't it weird that our hunter tracker friend isn't here to lead us through these woods?
And then I come back. Surprise! I was catching up with you guys.
Not that much of a surprise, but yeah.
Good timing, I guess.
I just didn't want to be seen in the village, but I just recently was able to catch up with you guys.
Can you please lead us?
But since you asked so nicely, I will lead you guys.
Okay. How are you leading? So now that someone's at the front, are you just following the trail that we've identified? Okay. Also, roll me a Dex saving throw and see how that goes.
Oh gosh.
Unsurprising to you, bear traps come in.
I used my inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah, fine, roll again. I don't even know what you rolled the first time, but...
Hang on, sorry, what happened? Did he get caught in another trap?
Oh gosh, it's just too bad.
Can I cast guidance?
To see if he does.
I got a 9.
I don't think guidance is used on saving throws anyway.
Okay, never mind.
You got a 9. Yeah, you also get leg caught in a bear trap.
Dang it.
And take 4 damage.
I hate forests as well.
I fashioned myself a pair of wooden stilts from sticks. You know, sticks with 2 branches, like long, with a little pointy thing for your feet to stand on. You hold the tops of them. I walk along like a bit of a circus clown person. I try to walk like 10 meters like that.
Fair enough. Yeah, doing that, you have a much better job of avoiding unseen bear traps, or so you seem to think. You don't seem to get into much trouble as you continue to move along that lane. Zatharma is still stuck in his bear trap.
I will try to disarm it.
Yeah, Dex sleight of hand.
11?
You manage to sort of tinker with it, and after some struggle, you manage to release it off your leg.
I'd take that bear trap as well.
All right.
Throw bear traps at people and activate.
I highly doubt it. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to imagine how that would work, but leave that up to you. Yeah, so Rohirsa's managed to make his way through a little bit of the section on stilts. What are the rest of you doing?
We just follow him now.
Okay, follow his like stilt path. You try to sort of minimize your footprint. You know, just step with just like your toes rather than your entire foot. and manage to like follow Profestus's trail like over the next section. Although following his trail doesn't help you too much, so I think Zethimar is next. As you keep going, and you walk over with just the tips of your foot a set of spikes. I think Zethimar, you're still at the front, so
Oh, I wasn't leading the way?
you were, but it didn't seem you didn't notice, or it didn't seem to bother you walking on sticks that the ground might not be particularly even. Whereas Zethimar, you step on some spikes and take 5 damage.
Do I throw any throws to save myself?
I don't think at this point, no. I think you're just sort of following the trail as you're walking carefully, avoiding traps, or avoiding bear traps, but not picking it about much else.
Would you guys like to take like a short rest to heal up?
Yes, please. I've lost over half my health like this.
How much health does a short rest restore?
It depends on your class. So you roll your hit die, and it's that plus your constitution, which for Zethimar is -1. So whatever his hit die is -1.
Hey, if I roll a 0, does that mean I have to take off health?
Well, you can't roll a 0, unfortunately. But if you roll a 1, I think that does mean you gain no health.
Oh, okay.
Your constitution is -1. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Do you guys have
Who's
3
taking-
boxes underneath that bit that describes which hit die to use?
You should, because you're level 3 now. So you can do that 3 times to restore up to 3 times that hit die's amount of health. You can basically take 3 short rests before you need to take a long rest. Or 1 short rest can heal up a bit more.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll take
Okay.
a short rest.
Anyone else taking a short rest by the side of some spikes?
I'm taking a short rest.
I think I'm good.
No, just watch.
I'll take
It was
a
a good
short rest as well. Because like Cora, didn't we take like 3 damage earlier from the tree?
Yes, but only 3 damage.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll take a short rest.
I'm down
Okay,
to almost
So
full.
Gul'dan and Cora are just watching 3 of their friends who've only been on this trail for a few hours at most. Just sit down and take a break, start eating. Both of you, you're still behind the point where Zethimar stepped and sort of cried out in pain.
What do you want to do, Cora? You want to just keep going or wait for them? Or
I don't know. I mean, obviously, someone doesn't want to take us to take the path. Would going through the trees be more dangerous? Because like the trees are going to attack us again, or
I mean, you guys could rest and then we can just all go forwards.
like, there's no point in me resting because I didn't lose any health or I didn't use any spells or anything.
I mean, it doesn't take up any time in the real world.
True. Cora, do you just want to chill?
okay, I guess. So.
All right, we'll just.
You'll take a break with everybody else. Okay,
Yeah.
well, with that then, short rest is over. Anyone who's trying to heal, roll those hit dice. You can roll more than 1 if you want to heal more than 1, but you have a limit of 3 before you need a long rest.
Cool. I'm all healed up.
Yeah. Zethimar, after stepping on what felt like spikes, suddenly spikes do appear to be visible to you. The sort of track in front of you. You can see quite a large circle covering most of the trail and a little bit of the sides, like either side, that to you has spikes on it. The rest of you can't see this. It basically just looks like a trail to you.
Hey, I can suddenly see all the spikes now. Follow me. And I lead them along a path that doesn't have any spikes.
Fine, fair enough. So, yeah, you go around, there's sort of spikes, as circular as it is. Everyone else is like a bit confused. Like, I don't know what you can see, but I mean, you seem to be fine, so they're like following along. And you manage to make it your way to the other side. As you sort of get to the other side, the 5 of you seem to notice what in front of you is a camp. It's in a very small clearing in the forest, not particularly big. There's a smouldering sort of fire in the center. It looks like it's it's been on fire recently and it's just been left to burn out. There's a tent facing that fire and facing you, sort of in front of you, and a workbench near you on your right, and a picnic rug sort of opposite that workbench on the left. The rug, you notice, has sort of 4 stones, 1 on each corner to weigh it down from flying around in the wind.
I set up bear traps around. Hang on. What did you say? There was a fire and there was a workbench. What else?
Yeah, so in front of you is a fire. Past the fire is a tent facing you. On your right is a workbench. On your left is like a picnic rug, sort of on the floor with stones on the outsides to like keep it from flying away, you assume.
Right. I just set them up in the middle of the clearing and go and check in the tent if there's someone in there.
while he does that, I go around the clearing, go behind the tent. I sneak
All right.
up.
Okay. So you're behind the tent. You're in front of the tent, and you've put some bear traps down near the fireplace in the middle of the clearing.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing?
Can I look around to see if there's anything else that is worth noting?
Yep. Fine. Rolling a perception check. Cora, Gul'dan.
Oh, let's do the same thing as
Yeah.
Tibellus.
All right. So 3 of you roll perception checks.
Thank you guys,
Zathras.
'cause I got a 9. So please.
All right. Zathras going around. Professor, you're opening the tent.
I got 20.
I got 20. Natural 20.
All right. Fine. Give me a Dex saving throw, Zathras.
Oh no.
Sorry. Did I say Zathras? I meant Professor.
Oh, okay.
Professor.
Sorry, I meant Professor. Opening the tent.
Can I use my dodge action? I can't, can I?
I mean, yeah, it's a combat thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh no, I got a 4.
Okay. As you
I
sort of
inspired
open the tent and sort of look inside, and as you stick your head inside,
I didn't stick my head. Okay.
this is what a form is. A lot of gas sort of comes out of the tent, so like
Oh,
poisonous gas starts to come.
But like the druid, she farted or something. And...
It's a slightly more poisonous than that, I think.
Okay.
And,
Well, I immediately run away, breathe out, and take in a breath of fresh air.
fine. Yeah, because of that, yeah, you don't suffer any poison, like long-term poison, but you do take 2 damage from the little bit of poison that came into your lungs. You sort of see it starting to dissipate out of the tent now that it's open.
Right. How big is this tent? Is it like a tent or like a little triangular tent?
A little triangular tent, sort of like one person type of thing.
Upon seeing this, I shoot an arrow at the tent.
Of course you do, yeah, fine. I
got
don't
my
think
back.
I'm going to make you roll for that. You're on the other side. I don't think that's possible to miss. So I'm just going to say the arrow makes its way through the tent and like hits the floor inside.
I don't hear anything. No screams or anything.
No, no screams of people. Just the thud of an arrow on the floor.
Okay. Well, there's no one here, guys. Do you want to like settle down and like out of the clearing and just keep watch and hope they get caught in a bear trap?
Yeah, let's do
Did we
it.
not see
Yeah,
anything?
speaking of keep watch, what was people's perception check? So Tibellus rolled 9. Cora.
I got a 20.
I
Oh,
got 20 as well.
oh wow, okay. Yeah, both of you, as you look around, you notice a few things. So first of all, you notice the workbench that is there. You look closely and you think that the tools are covered in something, like liquid, or it's hard to tell, but it's not what workbench tools are generally covered in. And you also notice that in the tent, sort of silhouetted on the inside, is the shadow of an object. You think it might be like a backpack of sorts, sitting inside the tent, in the like far corner.
Did you say backpack?
Yeah, a pack that you put on your back.
Do you want to go grab it?
So only Cora, Gul'dan, and Tibellus see this.
I didn't.
Only Cora and Gordon. So Val's sort of just looking around.
Cora, do you want to grab it?
Is the gas out of the tent now?
Yeah, it seems to mostly have dissipated, as far as you can tell.
I can see why they don't like druids.
Yeah, okay then. Gonna go and cautiously grab the backpack.
Very good. So yeah, you grab it, and thankfully this seems to be the one thing in the area that isn't trapped, as you sort of just grab the backpack and nothing else seems to react. You assume the poison gas had something to do with that. And it's mostly pretty empty. You find like a few sort of leaves in there, a yew leaf and other sort of types of leaves that aren't in this forest or aren't native to this forest. But you do as well, you find what looks like a map, and marked on it are a series of locations, sort of marked in red in circles, and marked in blue are a series of other locations sort of marked on the map. Give me a intelligence investigation check.
Intelligence.
Yeah, just to see what you make of this map.
Please roll well. Oh, I got 17.
All right, yeah, very good. You look at it and you know that like the locations actually marked on the map. They don't seem to be particularly like interesting or like actual locations. But you do notice that if you try and connect those locations to each other, it seems to spell something out. The red letters appear to connect and make an S, and the blue ones connect and make a W.
Okay. Oh, I relay this to everyone else. Like, hey guys, look, found a map. And I amazingly knew how to read it, even though I'm very not intelligent. And there's an S and then a W. Don't know what the heck that means.
Southwest.
Yeah, well,
Was there a message at the very start of the adventure?
from Aramatha. Aramatha.
Yeah.
Whatever her name is.
Anyone remember it?
Letter.
Yeah, she just told us that the druid is here, and if we take care of her, then her master will probably track us down or want to see us or whatever.
We could wait
Also-
for the druid, for the woman to come back, or the person to come back here, and just try and take him out.
Will they come back? Because like it was set on fire, wasn't it?
What was that on fire?
There was a fire. I don't know. What was it?
Was it that
That was like a fireplace. Sort of
Oh,
thing.
fireplace. Never mind.
Yeah, like the remains of a bonfire in the middle.
So do we wait here?
They'll probably come back.
Yeah, I feel the ashes, see how hot they are.
Do you like touching them, or like putting your hand above?
Cautiously putting my hand above and then touching them if they don't feel hot from above.
Yeah, so that as you do put your hand above it, they don't feel too hot. I'm sorry. As you go to touch it, only another Dex saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
Really is.
This is what I get for saying carefully.
The carefully is fine.
15.
Oh, that's okay. All right, so you manage to, as you touch it, you notice that there's something like unnatural about these like ashes, and sure enough, when you touch it, it starts to erupt into like a fire. But you're quick enough that you manage to sort of take a step back.
Is this a self-starting fire? Like, is this what it's supposed to do? You touch it when you want it to come on?
You don't think so. You think after touching
throw a
it
Dex
and it
saving throw.
explode that it was probably a trap. Yeah, so it sort of
This lady
explodes.
is crazy.
And you manage to take a step away. So you avoid the worst of the flames, but some of them still manage to get at you, and you take 7 damage. It was a lot from the full was 14, so it takes 7 damage. However, as that happens, the fire sort of settles in to like a smoke. Like it's very bright fire to start with, but it dies down very quickly. A lot of smoke comes out of this fire, and the smoke sort of almost forms a line, and like travels in an unnatural way. I suspect might be something magical about it. And they start heading towards the southwest in a line of smoke.
What do you reckon we follow the smoke and it goes to the druid and warns her about someone invading a clearing?
Yeah. That's good.
Ooh. Oh no. Wait, can I like cure Professor's wound?
Yes, please.
Cure wounds.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure if you roll a 1, you heal like 8 HP. So you'll be done.
Yeah. 11.
I mean, you don't have to use it if it's too over the top, but yeah, cool. I was 9 down, so that's great.
All right.
What do you guys think?
We should follow the smoke.
Follow the smoke.
How fast does the smoke go? Is it like traveling fast, like the wind, or can we follow it?
No, it's traveling at like, I was about to say 30 feet a second, but no, that's ridiculously fast. It's similar to your walking speeds, which is about 25 feet / 30 feet every 6 seconds, which I think is an adventurer's walking pace. Try and convert that into a useful unit. But yeah, it's definitely followable as you go into the forest and head towards the southwest. You make your way sort of through the forest, and you, contrary to before, you don't seem to come across much trouble. You don't really notice any traps in the ground, and you don't see any trees trying to block your path. But as you make your way, you come into an even bigger clearing than before, this one much emptier. But about 20 feet away from you in the clearing, you see 5 wolves that are sort of staring at you, staring at that entrance, but not attacking.
Do you say wolves?
Wolves. And as you get closer, you hear a voice cry out, "I see you have followed my trail. I could use hunters as good as you. It's a shame you won't survive this encounter." And with that, the wolves start to run at you
Oh no.
and attack.
Is it
I
initiative?
climb a tree.
Oh.
Fine. Roll me initiative, and then, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, whoops.
I got 18.
Oh, damn. A 5.
Got 21. I'm really keen to get these wolves.
What did Till else get?
I said 5 from Cora. What did Till else get?
I got 6.
Cool time.
I was just reading spells,
Mhm.
and I wanted to speak to the wolf because I can speak with animals.
That's fair. I think you can do that on your turn. So roll my initiative anyway, because you wanting to talk to them is not changing the fact that they want to attack you.
21.
So
Oh, same.
okay, so between you and Zathrama decide who goes first.
Do you want to go first? So you can
Yeah,
try
I'll
and
just
talk to them?
quickly try to talk to them.
Right. Unfortunately for you, it's the wolves first. So as this happened, the wolves come to, they're running at you. There's 5 of them and 5 of you, so they go for the logical route of 1 each, rather than the 5-1-1, that they probably should do. So attacking Brofestus, 4 plus 2, so 6, that's a miss. Attacking Turbellus, 21, that's going to be a hit. Well done. 10, I think that's a miss. Aura, 13, that's a miss. And Zephyr 4, that's a miss. Okay, so Turbellus is the only one that actually got hit. Okay, so yeah, the wolves come sort of charging at you, each one lunging, but you've fought wolves before and you're partly familiar with them, and you managed to sort of nimbly dodge out of the way. So Turbellus, though, is sort of relying on the strength of her chainmail more than anything, but one of them manages to grab her and bite down and find a weakness in it, and does 6 damage.
Okay. Did I manage to like stroke the fur and find out how soft it is?
It's a very
What on
soft,
earth?
it's very soft fur. You notice as you're being.
Oh,
Are you being knocked to the ground? Give me a strength saving throw to see if you manage to stand up and just have a wolf biting you.
oh no, this is bad. Oh, let's see, what did I do? 13?
13.
Mm.
Something team. Yeah, no, you managed to keep your footing as the wolf sort of just bites your arm, and with your other arm you stroke it to feel its fur. That is very fluffy. That's the wolf's turn. Oh, lucky you. All right, Gildan, you're up next.
Alright, I'm just gonna go talk to these wolves and be like, guys, why the hell are you attacking us? Like,
They say to you, they're first slightly shocked that you can understand them and you can speak to them, and they say, it's our orders and we follow our leader, and then they get ready to continue to attack.
wait, don't attack. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. who's the guy that commanded you?
The druid, they say.
And then just tell them we're here to protect the druid. We're not here to harm him.
But the druid told us to attack.
I whisper to Gul'dan, offer them meat. We'll feed them better than their current master does.
Alright, you guys want meat? I have really good meat in my bag.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Give me a charisma persuasion check.
We have no meat. You're not supposed to say it's in your bag. Like,
Persuasion.
they have noses.
Oh, frick, I rolled an 8.
I give him inspiration.
I think he already has inspiration.
I have inspiration.
Okay.
So you can use inspiration.
Alright, I got 17.
Yeah, 4 of the 5 wolves sort of stop and listen to you, and they're a little confused, a little conflicted, saying like, "Master, meat," and they're like question, and they like look at you expectingly. The other one is like, "What are you doing? He's clearly lying to you. We've got to attack them. This is our job." Yeah, it looks like you've sort of delayed most of their attacks for now. You don't know how long your hold over them will last.
Okay.
You can move. I don't think you can attack anymore.
Can you tell them we've got meat back up the trail at our campsite? Come with us and we'll feed you. Meanwhile, like Zathrama could go hunt like a pig or something, and no, we got to get some meat from somewhere.
Yeah, I'll tell them that our bags are back in our homes or like our hotels or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is.
So the wolf has a
Where we're
concept.
staying. Be like, okay, look, trust me, we'll feed you all our meat, but just don't attack us because we're here to protect the druid.
Okay, so the 4 of them, they are conflicted, and they are now reluctant to attack for now. But yeah, one of them is still quite aggressive and moving around to it. And I think that's your action. You can move if you want to.
I'll go stand next to the 4 wolves to show that I'm not, lying.
Fine, fair enough. So you move into the middle of the 4 wolves. Zathamal, you are up next.
Well, I pet them as well.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You feel that they're also very fluffy.
Yeah.
Cora is confused with all this wolf fluffiness thing. Yeah, Zathamal, you're up.
Seeing all this, I'm thinking whether I should go and hunt some meat.
Is that all you do? You think about hunting meat?
He spends his time thinking.
If I attack the fifth wolf, will they attack me? Will they go back to being aggressive?
Who are you asking?
Myself.
I think they'd all attack if you attack them.
I skulk off and I just try and find some pigs.
Yeah, okay, fine. I think that will probably take your turn to look and investigate and things, and we'll come back to you next time to see how you go finding some meat. Okay, I say that I think on this turn, give me a perception check to see if you find anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then next turn, we'll see if you want to kill anything.
I got a 13.
Yeah, you think you've got a traces of what might be like some sort of pig or something caught in some bushes. But yeah, you have to go a little bit closer to find out. Professor, you're up.
Okay. We don't have meat in our rations, do we? It'd be all like dried, hard, disgusting stuff, right?
Yeah, I doubt you have raw meat in your
Yeah.
Except for maybe some beef jerky.
Okay, well, I look around and try and spot the druid.
Fine. Yeah.
Like, that doesn't take my turn, though, does it?
So if I ever ask you to do like a check on your turn, like you want to do a persuasion check or like a perception check, that will be your action.
Yeah, okay.
So you can do that.
Cool.
So give me with some perception check.
13.
Okay, you look and you are struggling to find where the druid is. So maybe at first your first clue is like, wait, what if I go based on the voice? But it felt like the whole forest was talking to you almost in one voice. So echolocation isn't really helping, and you don't see any movement just yet. You can still move though.
Yeah, I climb a tree.
Fine, yeah.
Like for the height to see, but also
I
to get away from a possible wolf attack. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a strength athletics check to see how well you climb that tree.
So have we just deserted like Cora, Tobelis, and Gul'dan?
Well, yes, but it's coming to them.
I got a 19.
Yeah, you do a real good job. You're like a cat climbing that tree. About getting down, hopefully you're better than a cat at getting down. But you're as good as a cat at getting up.
Right. Meanwhile, my fluffy wolf here wants a tummy rub.
Well, you can do that while Sylvelis takes their turn. Recover from the cuteness.
Okay, can I try taming that fifth wolf, the one that's still very aggressive?
Yeah, fine. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh please. 22. Is that enough?
Yeah, I think that was enough. Yeah, you sort of look at the wolf that was about to like come and attack the rest of you again, and you sort of calm down. You know, you indicate gestures. You move your head close to it and pat it, similar to what you did to a bear once upon a time. And the wolf indeed does calm down. Seeing its four friends being calm sort of helps. Yeah, you don't think it will attack you, at least not anytime soon. Cora, you don't have to do anything, I guess. It's up to you. It's your turn.
Oh, okay.
No more aggressive wolves, and I think you've noticed that.
I guess I'm gonna look around for the druid.
Give me a wisdom perception check.
14.
Yeah, so you look around, and again, you have a similar struggle to Profestus. You're not certain where the voice is coming from. You're guessing now that maybe that she's in a tree, but you don't have a lot to base that off of. You want to move. I think Gul'dan is amongst the four wolves, and Tobelis is next to the other one. Anywhere you'd like to go?
Away from the wolf.
You could try go back to the camp, I guess.
That's why it's very soft.
Cora, you should come pet the wolves. They're pretty chill.
You could try go to the camp, like in case the druid goes there, gets stuck in a bear trap. You could try and kill it or whatever she is supposed to.
Go and try and catch a druid in a bear trap.
Wait, where's the druid right now?
You don't know.
You don't know.
Somewhere.
But like, presumably she has to be close, right, to like
Within range.
amplify her voice and all that.
Yeah, probably.
How did we manage to convince the wolves when she's like around? How did that happen?
You were very convincing.
Gul'dan promised them meat very convincingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just like look around the edges of the clear? We're in a clearing.
Yeah. You're in like maybe the very edge of a clearing in the forest or something. Okay, what are you looking around the edges of the clearing for?
Either try and find her or like tracks of where she could have been to command the wolves, I guess.
Right. Okay. You did already try and find her, but I'll give you roll again for the tracks.
What is that?
Investigation.
Oh.
Sorry.
14 again.
Yeah, it's difficult. The fact that you saw tracks before and don't see them now makes you think that maybe the tracks left earlier were intentional. Now, after it's all done, you hear a voice call out saying, What did you do to my wolves? Wolves, what are you doing? Attack them, I command you. Yep, okay. The wolves sort of look around and don't respond to the voice.
Frick, I'm so scared.
You and the druid, with shock in her voice, says, "Fine. I was saving them for later, but if you've dealt with the wolves, then I guess all you have to do is survive the bears." And
Goodness.
suddenly, two bears sort of come charging through the forest. One black, one brown, and they make their way towards your position.
How big are these bears? Like car-sized or us-sized?
I mean, they're bears, so I think. I mean, I don't know a lot about bears, but is bear-sized a good description of the size of a bear?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Like
know.
grizzly bear or like a little climbing bear. Anyway.
Like grizzly bear, one black, one brown. Cool, done. So you can see the bears charging towards you.
You tell the wolves to attack the bears.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. I'll be like, wolves, I'll pay you twofold the meat I was originally going to pay you if you attack the bears.
Yeah, okay. You're trying to bribe 4 wolves because the 5th one is different. Yeah, 2 of them hear you and they're saying, "More meat?" Yes. And they start running towards the bears, one on each one.
I want 2 to go on 1 though.
I don't know how much you like strategy you can
Oh, okay.
in your commands to wolves, but give me a roll and see if you can convince the wolves to put the charisma persuasion. Convince the wolves to both attack one bear, and also might as well say the color of that bear to see.
22.
Yeah, okay. And which
Nice.
color do you want to attack? The brown or the black?
Attack black because yeah, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
So you attack the black bear. So fine. All right. Both of them manage to bite the limbs of the black bear, and they do 5 plus 9, 14. A significant chunk of damage to the black bear. As they bite it, they sort of bite its 2 front legs, and the bear starts to wince in pain and move a lot more slowly. The black one. The brown one sees this and starts to charge a little faster. But it's okay, it's Athra's turn. You were off to find some meat. You had noticed an animal stuck in a thicket.
I grab it.
Okay, fine. Show me a strength athletics check.
I'm gonna grab this piggy. I got a 4.
Slips out of your grasp. You go to sort of grab it, and in grabbing it, you sort of move the thicket a bit and release it. Yeah, you do notice it is a pig indeed.
The one thing you should have shot.
That's so funny.
It's so true.
Yeah, that's your action. You can move around though if you want.
I move back to the group, defeated, and then I see the 2 bears.
That's fair. And yeah, classic Zathramar style. Bears? I hate bears.
I do hate them.
Why
I
does
get my
it
bow
always
ready.
have to be bears? Okay, you'll get your bow ready for the next turn. Profestus.
So I'm up in the tree, so I'll throw my dart at the black bear.
Yes, very, very multifunctional dart. Roll me an attack.
21
Yep, that hits.
and damage 4.
4. Yeah, so you hit the bear. It hits it in the head, and it was already quite weak, and it starts to sort of limp now. Starts to limp away from you, actually, rather than limping towards. It seems to have had enough of your shenanigans of wolf bites and darts to the face. Okay, to the bells.
So what's the situation like?
So a black and a brown bear have come into the clearing. The black one has been severely beaten by 2 wolves and a dart to the face. The brown one is still charging at the group. You have a wolf you've sort of managed to calm and be under your control.
Wait, I can attack with the wolf? That is so cool. Okay.
You can attack with the wolf or you can attack with yourself. Either one is your turn.
Did anyone get injured?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
cool. Guiding bolt.
Wait, is that the one that just destroys them?
Yeah, so the black bear is
Right.
sort of hobbling away. The brown one is the one that's still running towards you. So guiding bolt on the brown bear.
Poor thing there.
Yeah, do it. Destroy it.
The black one's pretty harmless, I think, considering.
Guiding bolt on the brown bear. Is that what we're going
Yeah.
for? Fine.
Starting bolt on the brown bear.
Roll me an attack.
19.
Yeah, that hit. Roll me damage. Yeah.
17.
Such a ridiculous amount of damage. Like that's people's attack rolls at this. Yeah. So you cast a very bright ray of light at the brown bear, and it makes a real solid impact on it, and burns away a lot of its fluffy fur. It's now a little less fluffy and a lot more terrifying.
Bernie.
What have I done?
It's definitely in pain. It's quite badly in pain. But this pain seems to be sort of motivating it to keep charging for now.
Okay. I'm going to throw a javelin at the brown bear.
Fair enough. Roll me an attack.
17?
17. Yeah, that's a hit. Roll me damage.
7.
Yep. So you manage a solid shot in sort of the bear's. Do bears have shoulders? Whatever the thing that a bear's neck attaches to.
I think bears do have shoulders.
Yeah, it must be shoulders. What else would it be? Yeah, it hobbles the bear a little. It's definitely moving slower than it once was. It's got less function over one of its limbs, but it's now sort of just slowly making its way towards the group. Now, speaking of that bear, it's the bear's turn. Yeah, who is the bear interested in? I think probably it's either Tilvelis or Cora. Probably Tilvelis with all of that burning light and stuff. So it takes a swipe. Ouch. Yeah, 18 plus. Yeah, well, look, 18 was going to do it. So it takes a swipe at you and manages to land a blow, and it does. This is close to what happened to Zathra last time. So maybe this will dissuade your love of
I'm
this.
gonna die.
Oh, you're much luckier. Yeah, okay. 15 damage.
Holy crap.
Okay.
And Zathra sees it and says, see, this is why I hate this.
What a thing to say when your teammate gets
They're
injured.
they're still very cute. So okay.
Yeah, it's fair. And now it's back. Yeah, so back at the top, you hear the Druid call out once again and say, you've done so much to that bear. Look at it. It's hobbling away. Wolves, I tell you again, attack. And how does that? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh.
Once again, all the wolves manage to sit there sort of passively.
Nice.
They
Good wolf.
That's
Yeah.
great.
In fact, they do a little better than that. They sort of look in the direction that you assume they think the Druid is coming from. And they sort of just shake their heads, as I guess wolves are not likely to do. And then seeing this, the Druid says, okay, fine, you leave me no choice. And suddenly you see a giant boar like crashing through the forest.
A boar.
Yeah, a much larger one than ones you fought last week, with a Druid riding it almost like a horse, and crashing, running towards you.
Holy moly.
And then I scream, wolves, this is your meat.
Your mate is coming. Oh god.
I don't know if they can understand you because
I tell Gul'dan, tell them.
All right. Well, speaking of, so it's it's Gul'dan's turn. What would you like?
Oh crap. Okay, I'm gonna attack this thing.
Okay, fine.
what, the boar
Yeah, I feel like I should attack the ball, right?
or the druid?
I don't know.
The Druid is riding the ball.
Sure, I should probably attack the druid, right?
I'll
Yeah,
get
I'm gonna attack the druid with Eldritch Blast.
Yep. Okay, fine.
Wait, let me just walk away from these wolves first before I do that. In case next turn they like turn on me. And
Yeah.
but right before I walk away, I'll be like, "Oh, remember the meat, and I quickly like run away. Maybe I'll run like I don't know.
Suspicious something, but yeah, fine. Okay.
I'll run 30 feet away,
Yeah.
and then I'll
Eldritch Blast the Druid. Roll
the
me
druid.
an attack.
Hit DC is 23.
Yeah, that hit. Roll me damage.
Oh my! I did 3 damage.
It's alright. So yeah, you see the druid sort of riding this ball. It's almost got like what's the thing that they put in the horse's mouth? A bridle? No.
Bridle.
Bridle? That they used to control it.
Right.
Yeah, got that and everything. And then she gets a blast of eldritch lightning and force. Hits her shoulder. You see her being armored, and you think the armor does absorb some of it. It's like leather armor after all, not metal that would conduct it. And she recoils back, and as she does that, the sort of ball turns a little, but she notices and like corrects its path and continues towards you. Zatharon.
Let us do it. Okay, so I cast the spell Hunter's Mark,
Good. Yeah.
and I think that allows me to roll another one if I focus on one person.
Yep. So I think we established that Hunter's Mark just works, right?
Yep. And then now I aim at the ball.
Okay. So what did you cast Hunter's Mark on?
On the ball.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. And then you aim at the ball. Yep. Okay. Fine. Roll attack.
Attack was 15.
That hits. Roll damage, and then you can also roll an extra d6.
Yep.
On top of your damage.
Were we supposed to capture or kill the druid?
I think the message said take care of.
I got damage 7.
In total?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine. So you managed to get a shot into the ball. Oddly enough, for a ball, it's actually wearing a little bit of leather armor. And so, yeah, your shot manages to hit part of that. It's piercing far enough to hit the skin and deal some damage to it. But it doesn't sort of halter it too much as it keeps on charging. It's Professor's turn.
How far is the boar and druid from the tree I'm in?
They're coming towards you. I'll say they're like, it's 20 feet away horizontally, and you're like 5-10 foot up in the tree. So Pythagoras theorem that if you want, but like we'll call it about 20, 25 feet.
Right, okay, that's fair distance.
You probably could make it if you went up to it. But
Well, I was thinking of jumping down onto her.
I don't know if you could jump onto it, but yeah, you could jump and
Yeah,
run up to it.
yeah, because I don't really have many, decent attacks.
Yeah, you either punch the thing to death or you throw darts at them.
That's right.
There you go.
Okay, I come down from the tree. I run at the boar and dive at the druid, attempting to knock her off.
Good, yeah, okay. You're diving, you're knocking off, so give me a strength athletics check.
Right, and as a bonus action, I might take my...
Flurry of blows.
That's after I take an attack action on my turn, so I don't know if I can do that.
I think the diving and knocking off I'll count as an attack.
Yeah, okay, cool. I do that too. Strength athletics.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
I mean, I'm rolling for it.
Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I got a 19.
Okay, so you managed to successfully knock a druid off of the boar. As that happens, the boar sort of continues to charge, like at your friends. But the druid is now sort of on the ground, and then you want to punch her.
Yep.
Punch.
I got a 11 for the hit. Did that hit?
That is a miss, unfortunately. But you do again because you do 2 punches, right?
No, it's a. Oh yeah, 2 unarmed strike last year. Yeah.
Do it again.
22.
Yeah, that hits. So roll me damage on 1 punch.
7.
And it's a fair amount of damage for a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you managed to knock the druid off and sort of pin her to the ground, and then you like punch her once across the jaw, and she winces from it, puts her hand, or tries to put her hand, but you've got her arms pinned down. Okay, it's now the boar's turn. So the boar is charging at the group of people. I think you're all sort of fair game for the boar. So who's sort of closest up front? Who ran away from things? I think Gul'dan ran away.
I ran away 30 feet.
Yeah. Cora, did you run away as well? Or you like ran? Oh no.
I don't know.
I know Tavos is still next to her wolf. and Zathramar, I think, was trying to be away. So I think it's going to charge at Tilbellus
I'm gonna die.
and the wolf. So we'll see. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the huge boar is sort of like charging at you, yeah, making that sound. No.
Oh, nice.
And as it charges, it's being greedy. It's trying to go for both of you, one with each tusk, and you're close together, so you think it has a chance. But as it happens, you sort of manage to push the wolf away from you and dive out the other way, and it charges straight through the middle and goes past. And it's sort of running. It's now struggling. It's trying to make a clear way through the forest with all the trees, and doing a U-turn to like come back and charge again. But you've managed to successfully get out of the way. Tilbellus, you're up after avoiding that attack.
Okay. Yeah, I saw my life flashing before my eyes. Can I cast Cure Wounds second level slot on myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I get 16?
Wow.
16, 16.
Would you like to move?
Yes. Can I try hiding? No, maybe not. Or maybe yes.
You're our big hitter.
Yeah, hiding is a thing. Roll me a stealth check.
Disadvantage. So do I roll twice and then take the lesser
Yeah.
one?
I guess you can attack from hiding, so yeah, that's probably actually quite smart.
2.
Yes.
Yeah, you find a very, very like thin tree. No, a very small rock that you think like, oh, this is how hiding works. And you sort of squat behind it. Most of you is visible, but you think you're doing a great job. Cora, you're up.
Okay. We're trying to kill the druid, right? Probably. Okay. Stupid if I run towards her. I'm gonna run towards the druid and use my longsword because hopefully the higher damage. Yes.
Yeah, it's what you've been training for. It's what you've been training the guards to use.
Although I am pinning the druid down, so please
Yeah.
don't chop me.
So roll well.
Okay. What? 18.
That's well enough.
Oh no, not even. It's 24 because plus
Because it
the
pluses your stuff.
Nice.
hit thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
24. I'm sure that's.
Very considerate of you.
Oh, actually, Professor, just roll me a Dex saving throw because it's definitely a hit. That's what we've established.
18.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You sort of see and hear Cora coming, and sort of turn and push the druid like a little bit further away from you. You've still got the arms held, but now you're not covering her torso.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cora, you can attack.
Cool. How much HP do druids have? I'm wondering.
Depends on the level. That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. 12. Damage.
Okay, yeah, so you do a real solid strike with your longsword. I imagine sort of piercing. You're aiming for the heart.
Oh,
that's what
actually,
you're
14. Sorry,
14. Oh, gosh.
because of dueling thing magic.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So did you roll an 8? Or what did you roll?
I rolled a 6 plus 6.
I think the plus 6 does include your dueling. Because it's plus 4 from your strength, plus 2 from dueling.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
12
then.
I mean, it's still a fair amount of damage, don't get me wrong. So, yeah. You managed to start to do it. I imagine you were aiming for the heart, as you usually do. But she's sort of still got enough control to kind of wriggle out of the way, and you get her like through the shoulder. It doesn't look like she'll be using that arm anytime soon, but she's not quite dead. And at this point, the bear that was near Tilbellus, or the Admiral Tilbellus,
This little bear.
is still there. It's still about to.
The black one or the brown one?
The brown one. The black one's sort of long gone at this point. Managed to move its way at fast. The burnt one, I think it's going for Tilbellus to see if it finds it. Yep, finds it. With that stuff. Yep. And yeah, I'll try and swipe. I think you're okay. Yeah. So bear goes to take its swipe at you, and you're like, oh, damn it, my hiding spot wasn't really working. And so instead, you sort of try and
Very confident.
yeah, you try and block it with your chainmail arms, the parts of your armor that's heaviest. And indeed, you manage to swap like a sort of bear's maul and bear forwards, and don't take any damage. All right.
Hand-to-hand combat with a bear. That's
Yeah, that's your thing. At this point, it's the druid now pinned on the ground, and she cries out, "Wolves! Last time, come save me!" All right, better, fine. And the wolves. Yeah, okay. So 3 of the 4 wolves finally sort of hear the call and start to run towards her. They see sort of Profestus and Cora near there. Profestus sort of pins them down. So 2 go for Profestus and 1 for Cora. So 1 for Cora misses. Profestus, what's your armor class?
16.
Okay, so one of them goes to and misses as well. The other one makes contact. So yeah, the wolves come. They sort of jump at Cora. One is sort of a little disoriented from this whole allegiance thing. Meat, it's asking in its head, and sort of jumps past Cora. The other one does a similar thing, but in this time, Professor sort of dodges out of the way. But the third one manages to land a strike, and it does.
On who? On me?
Yeah, on you. It does 5 damage. And then go down. You're up.
All right, so the black bear's still there, right?
The brown one.
The brown one's still there, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably just kill the brown bear
Go for it.
with an Eldritch Blast. Hopefully I hit it.
Yep, fine.
14.
On a brown bear. 14's a hit. Fine. 2 damage.
Yeah, it's not a lot of damage. 2 damage.
Yeah, it's any sort of skin that was on it that was not burnt yet. It starts to sort of crackle and burn from your blast. And the brown bear, it's starting to sort of get dazed and lose interest in the fight, although it is still alive. Zathara.
All right. I head towards the boar, and instead I use my 2 short swords.
Yeah, okay. Roll attack.
For the first one, it was a 13.
Yep, excellent.
Second one, it was a 24.
Crit? Or...
Yeah.
All right, double damage. So roll 3 of your damages instead of 2.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
And then
First
add
one,
your modifier.
first one will be a 5.
Yeah.
And 7. And the second one, which I got the crit for, was a 4. Do I roll again for this one?
Yeah, roll again and you take both.
And then the third one, I got a 8.
Okay, I think that's 19. Yeah, so you managed to make solid slashes on the boar's side, striking it sort of each which way. And yeah, it's starting to bleed out quite badly. Though being a boar, it's still making its way, trying to charge. Profestus?
I ignore the wolves and hit with my short sword at the druid and take 2 punches as well.
Go for it.
Short sword gets a hit of 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, whoops, wrong guy. And gets a damage of 9.
Yeah, I'll just tell you that you killed the druid at that point.
Okay, cool.
Before you do anything.
Wait, are we supposed to kill the druid?
You were told to take care of the druid.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Screw the
And
druid.
considering she's been using her mouth a lot to like command everything, I don't bother going for the torso. I just go like through the roof of her mouth, like.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
She's not going to use that mouth for anything ever again. She's not going to use much of anything for anything ever again. On
Do
her
the
death-
animals
Yeah,
like
on her-
stop?
Yeah, on her death, the animals sort of stop, calm down. They look a little confused, almost as if they're not entirely sure where they are. The brown bear is probably still a little bit annoyed, but the rest of them sort of, they start to dissipate as the druid starts to die. You realize that with the death of the druid, there's now no one in the way between you and the master, and you're confident that your friend will get back to you soon and let you know how to deal with that final confrontation.
Yeah.
With that, your adventure is complete.